one of my most personal numbers, and I'm so happy that I got to share it with you tonight. Thank you for being so kind and open-minded. I love you so much. Welcome to Nightgowns. Can you believe that we are here at the legendary Terminal 5? Some of the most famous musical ensembles and musicians have played here, and tonight we are honoring them by lip-syncing to bootleg files of their music. I hope they like that. That's what drag does. Drag is full of, I'm gonna get a little philosophical. Drag is full of contradictions down to its very roots. We dismantle things even as we fetishize them. We put them on a pedestal just to strip them of their power. Drag does that to a little thing called gender. We champion and recycle all the binary cliches, ultimately weakening the hold that that same binary has over our lives. Right? We love the idea of masculinity and femininity, but only as ideas, not imperatives. We celebrate the world as it could be, not the world as it is. That's why drag is the ultimate antidote to our culture of cynicism. Today's widespread apathetic conservatism masquerading as realism. Fuck realism. Drag offers one of the most direct strategies for change, DIY utopianism. Here we are, welcome! Don't like your gender? Change it. It's only yours. Don't like the standards of beauty? Fuck them. Demand your own. Build something new. Make something happy. Put on a goddamn show. Thank you. Thank you for applauding. Sometimes the show that we're able to create is a little rough around the edges, held together with duct tape, crazy glue, and a lot of very forgiving glitter. That's why it's a DIY kind of fantasy, but sometimes I think that that's more utopian than perfection. Who wrote this? Perfection is great. It's impossible. It's an impossible standard that imprisons us. Let go of it. Perfection is key. What matters most is intention. To create, for just one night, a space defined by freedom and diversity of expression, centering non-binary and trans people, women, queer people of color, young and old, fat and thin, famous or not, people like everyone in this room. Drag is for us, it's for you, it's for all the people on this stage. Drag developed as a form of radical queer theater in bars and balls and pageants. Our power to entertain, darling, has been a survival tactic for thousands of years. Even under brutal conditions like the ones outside our doors, queer people can create joy and put on shows not just for themselves, but for each other. The true promise of drag isn't celebrity and grandeur, it's community and togetherness. Feels like a good message this weekend, right? Because if we lose sight of that, the community, I think we might actually lose the point. Anyone can put on a gown in their mirror and feel their over-the-top fantasy. Drag happens when an entire community forms to keep those people safe everywhere. Drag happens when an entire community cheers and supports, just like all you fabulous people, cheers and supports for queer self-expression and rallies for it not just in theaters and on TV, but out on the motherfucking streets. Drag happens when we don't just dress up ourselves, we dress up the entire world. And the world needs a beauty intervention, don't you think? You are part of drag, so please do your part to keep this a family affair. Practice kindness and respect in every space you go, even online. Refuse to be exclusionary, especially to queer people that already experience being cast aside by our own community. In a drag show, just as in life, there are moments to be loud, there are moments to listen. You have to figure out, well, I'm gonna have to learn how to walk in this coat. You have to figure out, I'm just gonna move back to the center. You have to, thank you. You have to figure out which is appropriate, silence or screaming, but when you're loud, scream at the top of your lungs. Yeah, let me hear that. That's what it should sound like every time something exquisite and delightful and surprising happens on the stage. That's what it should sound like after every number is finished. These performers deserve to hear your undying appreciation and love. And when you're listening, when it's a quiet moment, give it your full. It sounds simple, but I actually think that listening is a completely lost art. Just as powerful and important as talking. And so with that, I'm gonna stop talking myself. Tonight, we also would like to invite you to put down your cell phones and look at us with old-fashioned eyeballs. We actually have a lot of professional photographers and videographers here tonight, and the only thing that we need from you is your attention and your love. We know the pictures that we like of ourselves better anyways. Thank you.